it's Mama Nessa here, and I'm back for part 2 of our Budgeting 101 series. Today we're going to trim the fat. Now, when I talk about trimming the fat, what I mean is trimming down those unnecessary items within our budget. We all have them. Even if you think that your budget is right on point, there's always something that can be trimmed. Now, for those of you who are starting out budgeting, what you first want to do is review your budget. From there, you can find out what fat needs to be trimmed. Now, those of you who listen to Dave Ramsey, he'll be the first one to tell you all you need are your necessities. And if you listen to anyone who knows anything about budgeting, they'll tell you the same. You want to start with your 4 walls, and your 4 walls would be either your rent or your mortgage or wherever you're living, because everybody needs a roof over their head. The second thing you want to do is make sure that those utilities in your 4 walls are still running. So you want to make sure your electricity stays on. You want to make sure that you still get water. You want to make sure that you're still getting gas or electricity, those type of things. Communication can also fall in line with utilities if you have a landline or if you have a cell phone as your only means of communication, even internet. Next on the list is transportation. It's very important if you don't have access to public transportation to make sure that you're paying your car note on time and your car insurance as well. If you have access to public transportation, then awesome. You still want to allow a budget for you to get to and from work using public transportation. Last but not least is food. Your grocery budget is also going to be important because, of course, we all have to eat to live. So with those being your necessities, that's where you want to try to really focus on your budget. Everything else can go by the wayside. It can be trimmed. That is what we call fat. Now, when we're talking about trimming our budget and things that we can get rid of, I always start with cable and satellite. Do we really need a cable plan or a satellite plan? No, it's not a necessity. There are so many applications out there that allow us to stream all the things that we like to watch. Those of you who like watching The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones, guess what? Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, you can even get an Amazon Fire Stick and have it jailbroken. Those things are happening all the time. So see, there are ways that you can trim back and get rid of cable, but still enjoy all the shows that you like to watch. So if you do have a cable bill, maybe if you're not ready to get rid of it yet, see if you can reduce it down to a basic cable plan and add a streaming network like Netflix or Hulu. If you don't have a cable plan, maybe see if you can do without one or the other. If you have Netflix and Hulu, maybe get rid of Netflix and just keep Hulu. Or maybe keep the Netflix and get rid of the Hulu. There's always different ways that you can trim down so that you can find excess money in your budget. Another thing is if you have something like a lawn service. I understand the conveniences of having someone come and cut your grass and trim your trees, but maybe you can scale it back to where they only come once a month, and the other 1 or 2 times that they come, you can do it yourself. Or hire someone from within the neighborhood, like a kid who needs a part-time job, and have them do it for 1/3 of the price that you charge the lawn company, or that the lawn company charges you. Another way to find some money and trim the fat is stop eating out. Believe me, I love me some Whataburger. But sometimes those sacrifices are well worth it. Would I rather put the extra $15, $20 towards a debt or in my savings account, or enjoy a Whataburger #1 with extra mustard and pickles, and then I just spent $20 for me and my family and all we had was one meal? So maybe if that's something that you just cannot let go of and you have to have a meal out, put it in the budget, but make it one meal a month instead of one meal a week. Get it? Another thing that you can do, and I'm speaking from the heart because this is something that I also had to struggle with, but once we got it under control, it really works. And that's tightening up your grocery budget. I was always one of those people who I would always overspend on our grocery budget because I never wanted to run out of food. There are ways that you can still spend and buy what your family needs and still have enough, but still pare down that budget. What I mean by that is I am a strong believer in meal planning. Even if you don't have a set day when you're gonna eat those meals, if you plan within that week, you know you're gonna have dish A, B, C, and D, grocery shop for those meals. Maybe throw in an extra meal or two if your budget allows it, and that's your meal plan for the week. But if you just go to the grocery store with the idea of, oh, we want to have chicken this week and we're going to have hamburgers and we might have this and we might have that, you're going to overspend because A, you don't have a grocery list, and B, you don't have a meal plan in place. So definitely focus on those, and that way you can really pare down and get your grocery budget trimmed down to exactly what you need. Another one is shopping for the best deal you can possibly get. I cannot stress this enough. We live in a world of consumerism and competition. Everybody wants your money. And with that being said, it's a shopper's paradise. You have the perfect opportunity to put your money to work for you. And by doing that, I mean calling and getting the best deal. Shop your internet service. See who provides internet in your area and shop them against each other. Figure out who's going to get you the best deal for your money and who will get you the fastest speed for your money. And that's who you should go with. The same goes for insurance. Whether your car insurance rolls over every 6 months or whether it rolls over every year, about a month before your insurance renews, you should be shopping around and seeing if your insurance is providing you with the lowest that they can possibly provide, or if somebody else will get you a better deal. You can also do the same with groceries. A lot of grocery stores price match. And so you can take the ad into the grocery store and get a lower price at the store that you like to shop at. So from there, those are some different ways that you can price match, price shop, and get a better deal. Those are the tips that I have for you guys. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them down in the comments. Also, check out my other videos. Make sure you like and subscribe. And you guys have an awesome day. Bye.